You're listening to Tech Gumbo on Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, Baton Rouge's local talk and information leader.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Haggai along with Haggai, and we're going to go into the Let's Learn About thing. Love this segment. This time around, we're going to talk about OneNote.
OneNote is a cool piece of software that a lot of people don't know about.
That's right. If you have a Windows 10 computer, or even I think it was part of Windows 7, if you have that, it's already on your computer. And what OneNote is, it's a free-form information gathering, multi-user collaboration software. It allows you to take notes. If you have a touch screen, you can handwrite your notes in the middle of it. If you're just typing in the middle of the screen, you can do drawings, screen clippings. You can even record things directly into OneNote.
Absolutely. This is it's a piece of software that's really powerful. I know the girls over at St. Joseph's, whenever they're using their laptops in class to take notes, I know they implement it in a lot of different ways.
Catholic High is using it a good bit as well.
Back whenever I was at Catholic High, we didn't have this technology yet, but I could absolutely see a number of different ways to store all of your notes in one place.
That's right. So if you have a kid in high school that has computers in high school, they're using OneNote.
Most likely, yeah.
Most likely. So here are the top 10 things that you probably didn't know OneNote could do for you. Number one is the fact that it is already installed on your computer. You don't have to go out and download anything. You don't have to go buy anything. If you've had a Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10 computer, it's there.
Right.
So the second thing is you can take way more than just notes in OneNote.
The name One Place for All Your Notes isn't quite as catchy, so they just shortened it down to OneNote.
That's right. But there's no limit as to how many notes you can take on OneNote. So, a lot of times when I'm taking I'll take my Microsoft Surface out and visiting with clients, I'll create a OneNote page just for that client for that day. And so we'll type out my notes, handwrite my notes on the screen. And so when I get back to the office, I can transfer it into their folder, but I can just take my notes right there on the screen. When I'm done with them, I can go on to the next page on my OneNote, and if I'm going to another client, it's a whole separate page, and nobody knows what happened on the previous page. So we just move right along. Instead of using the old, fold over with notebook paper in it, now I just use my computer screen.
And I think that's a really cool feature that you don't just have to type. It does have that handwriting recognition feature, and it can take handwriting and convert it into text.
That's right. So OneNote can also do the 3 R's of reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Absolutely. Even though one of those words only actually starts with R, they're all called the 3 R's. But the OneNote has a lot of software that can handle each. I know in the math classes that it has equations, it has addition, it has subtraction. It has a lot of the basic arithmetic features that Excel has.
That's right. And if you want, it can read your handwritten notes and convert it to text like we've talked about already. It can also, if you have other notes that are out there, if you want to copy and paste and drop it in, that's fine too. If you want to just get into writing your notes out, that's fine. You can type it out, put all your notes into OneNote, and you can just go any different part of the page that you want inside of OneNote. That's what's really cool about it. It's not like using Word where you're having a rigid format that you're following.
Right. It's like having a sheet of paper that you are taking your own notes on.
So the next one is something interesting to you.
Absolutely. It can do calculus as well. It has a higher level equation solver in it. It's not just a simple addition and subtraction. And it has recognition for the symbols. Calculus uses a lot of non-standard symbols, and so if you draw that summation sign, it knows what that is and can perform the proper operations.
That's right. You can, by clicking on the Insert tab, you can put in the equation, and you put an equal sign at the back end of it, and it'll solve that equation, that calculus equation for you. So that's pretty cool stuff. OneNote also has a whole lot of different stationery.
You can change the background, the color, the patterns on it. If something you like mostly, but you like it better in different color, you can adjust that.
That's right. If you don't want to just see a white screen, if you like a soft blue or a bright yellow background, or if you want some whatever, if you want flowers on the back end of, you can have all of those different, features and functionalities to make it look, very comfortable to you.
Absolutely. It's personalizable.
That's right. Personalizing is. So obviously, OneNote is where you can take all of your notes.
And it can take notes for you. If your device has a microphone, it has the ability to record sound and then convert sound into text.
So if you're sitting in a meeting and something important is going to be discussed and you want to hit record, hey everybody, let's record this segment, and so you can record those notes, and then when you get back to wherever even if you're in class,
absolutely,
and if your teacher professor starts going into something and you want to have that played back for you later, you record those notes, and so now you have a copy of what was said, and everybody's individual voice, so you don't have to try and work on everything from your own memory, which, as we all know, is not always the best. OneNote does very easy sharing.
Absolutely. Microsoft is moving into that age of collaboration, sharing files, getting people working together on documents, and OneNote is absolutely part of that software, part of that infrastructure, making sure that you can get groups of people working together.
That's right. So, if you start a group think project, or you have several people working on something together, and you want everybody to have access and be able to edit and function simultaneously, you can certainly do that inside of OneNote, which is a really cool feature.
And it's not just for business, not just for school. You can even use it for something like planning a vacation, planning a wedding, writing a movie. There's a lot of different ways you can take the software.
It really is. I love OneNote. I use OneNote a lot in my day-to-day functions of doing business. And so if you're somebody who is looking for a way to keep things organized, OneNote is just a phenomenal tool to do it. But it's not just for the computer. If you have an iPhone, if you have a Microsoft Surface, if you have an iPad, a Windows phone, you can get the OneNote app for any one of those mobile devices, and it is the same functionality as what's on your PC.
I think having it be the same across all surfaces, no pun intended, is a really important feature, because it makes sure that whenever you learn something, you don't have to relearn it again. You build it once and it's there everywhere.
That's right. It's such a cool feature. If I do a OneNote, do some notes or something on my computer, and I'm somewhere off away from the office, and I'm just trying to remember I can pull it up on my iPhone and go to my OneNote and read those notes to go back and refresh it, just because of what was written in my OneNote from my app. And so it's just a quick little reminder when I go in, or if I want to type in a note or scribble in a note or something like that, it's there. And when I get back to the office, it's on the same format.
Right. They're all connected together now.
They're all connected together, and it's a really, really powerful tool. If you need help, good news.
Help is available for you free online.
That's right. Even you can go to the Microsoft website, aka.ms/OneHelp, or you can just go to Twitter at @MS OneNote and ask for help. And Microsoft is very willing, very much wants to help you get help so that you can use OneNote and be that much more productive, that much more functional.
What is this aka.ms?
That's a Microsoft website. AKA is also known as
Right.
.ms. I guess that's what I don't know. It's a good question, but I just know that that's their domain, and Microsoft uses that a lot for help.
And so, if you had questions about other softwares other than just OneNote, could you go into aka.ms and find things for Word, things for PowerPoint, for Excel?
Yes, there is a lot of information up there from Microsoft using that site. So there's also a lot of other things that are part of OneNote. You can save things. It saves paper. You don't have to cut out as many trees using
Absolutely.
OneNote because it's all just a digital format. You can use it in. You can even use it for meetings. Man, if you have a Surface Pro like I do, OneNote is just an amazing tool. It really is.
And I think the OneNote was really designed for that environment, and that's where it really thrives.
The whole touch screen thing, it just makes using your computer away from the office so much more easy. And especially like if you're in sales and you're out talking to customers and you need to keep track of notes, OneNote is just such a great tool. So, really want to encourage you to go out and look up, if you're interested in it, find OneNote and get productive because it's a cool tool. So this is, as always, Tech Gumbo here on Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, Baton Rouge's local talk and information leader. We'll be right back.